Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Kamara. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
12 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On play action, Winston. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action now, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field. Put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. This goes out wide for Drake. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. To throw is Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down after the run by Kamara. Now another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A second down throw for Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play fake. Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete to Drake.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
He's got a man, complete.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Winston.
He completes it to Olave.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Winston now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense has other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Winston.
That's good for the Saints.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Once with the extra point. That'll make this a 6-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Marcus Davenport, a former first-round pick in 2018, is really starting to come on for the New Orleans Saints. In 2021, in only 11 games, 9 sacks after posting 12 combined in his first 3 NFL seasons.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Third and short yardage, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Some good plays in the passing game right now for New Orleans. They have another first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On target over the middle to Hill.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, here's an option right. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They go play action. Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard.
By Owe, taken down back at the 18-yard line.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Evans. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Running left on the handoff is Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Winston to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Jackson. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Play fake. Winston.
Olave over the middle.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Saints. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Off the play fake. Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
This is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That's caught, it's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
Jackson on the give to Dalvins.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Saints 45, Ravens 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The Saints with a first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Winston here to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Ben, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.